What's shaking? Hey, I'm Rick Jordan, and today we're going all in. A couple episodes ago, I was talking about emotional manipulation and how emotionally manipulative people are not emotionally intelligent or emotionally aware people or emotionally mature people. Now, I gave you what they're not when they're being emotionally manipulative, and after you listen to this, go back and listen to that episode. The link's in the show notes, because today I'm going to give you signs of an emotionally intelligent person, an emotionally mature person, somebody that you want to be around or be with or work for or have work for you. Yeah, because this is important, because you need to be around these people because they won't hold you down. They won't put you in a place to where you feel like you're doing something wrong when you're actually not. They won't hold you in your past like what I talked about in the last time. All they're caring about, emotionally intelligent people only care about moving forward. That's it. Emotionally intelligent people only care about moving forward. And the first quality of someone that you'll start to recognize who's emotionally intelligent is self-awareness and self-reflection. But it goes with something. They are self-aware and self-reflecting with actions. That's great if they could think about it, right? And think, oh, I could have done this differently. And then think, oh, I could do this going forward so that I know that won't happen again, or I know that this is something new that I want to create. But they actually have to step into that. That's why there's that caveat of taking action. Because if it's self-awareness and self-reflection without action, they can slide into that emotionally manipulative place because they can start to play the victim, even of something that they might have done to themselves. So self-awareness and self-reflection with action to create something different or new is a trait of an emotionally intelligent person. And then the second one, when they take that action, they also take responsibility for that decision and that action, for that choice. An emotionally mature person takes responsibility for their decisions and their actions. They have to, because how else can you self-reflect, like I was just talking about, if you don't take responsibility for it? Otherwise, you will start to be the victim. You'll play the victim. You'll start to blame the failures or the temporary defeats on everything and everyone else around you if you're not taking responsibility for it. And you never grow. You can only grow when you actually take responsibility for your decisions and your actions that you've taken from that self-reflection. See how this goes around? So you have to be self-aware. An emotionally intelligent person is self-aware, self-reflective, but then they take actions, and even better, they take responsibility for those choices and those actions. It's awesome, isn't it? Another quality that I see of emotionally mature people is that, man, oh man, they are thoughtful and they are warm in their affection. They are thoughtful and they're warm in their affection. An emotionally mature person is thoughtful and warm in their affection. They're constantly thinking about other people than themselves. Now, it's okay to be selfish, right? And care about your own personal growth and your own path moving forward and everything. But the opposite of having thoughtful and warm affection is being self-centered, meaning you only care about yourself. And I've heard people say, oh man, I'm horrible at this. I never think about other people. That's not true at all. Because if you're only thinking about your own benefit in everything, that's only when you're self-centered. That's it. Because if you're constantly placing people above you and doing things for them, you are thoughtful. Even though you may not think that you're not actively being thoughtful, like you're getting them small gifts or whatever it is. No, this means constantly placing people above you. You can still be selfish for your own needs, but placing others' needs within that sphere of care, within that sphere of thoughtfulness and affection, because that's being warm to everybody else around you. And another one is having a supportive character. And that's what I'm diving into here with just what I was saying, is bringing people into your sphere and always bringing your resources in support of them. This can look so many different ways. It could be just giving them a kind word, inspiring them, encouraging them. It could be helping them financially, supporting them in something that they need with money that they may not have. Or I love using money as a tool to actually create something, an environment, an opportunity for somebody else, rather than just giving them the cold hard cash. I love creating that space to where they can grow themselves. That's being of a supporting character. That's another quality of an emotionally intelligent and mature person, is that they are supportive. And you can see this because it doesn't necessarily go away. It's just part of who they are. Now, the last one is a funny sense of humor. I know you may think like some people are not funny, but you know what? Dorky can be funny too. Okay? I'm a dork. Sometimes I can be funny at the same time. But being dorky can be the same as being funny, because especially people, oh my gosh, get around people who can laugh at themselves. Because those are the people that are going someplace in life. Because they recognize that life sometimes cannot be taken too seriously. There's just stuff that happens that is funny, and you know what? You always know that you can move past it. Even though it might not look that way in the moment, you can still move past it, especially things that don't matter so much, like being 5 minutes late to a dinner. Who cares? Life is not going to significantly be altered by being 5 minutes late to a dinner. Or you know what? Wasting money on something. Maybe you went out to try a new sport or put your kid in a sport or something like that and just didn't like it. That's okay too. You know, my kids played baseball for only 2 years and then they wanted to play soccer. You know what? As a parent, I played soccer for 4 years, but I played baseball for 9 years. That was my sport. I always wanted to coach them. And after 2 years, they're like, you know what? I think we're going to try this other thing. I'm like, oh, okay. I just had to laugh at it because you know what? They're not me. Did I waste money on that? No, because they had fun. And even if they hated it, which my kids didn't, but even if your kid hates the sport or whatever it is, it's okay because now you know that they don't like it. Even better, they know that they don't like it. And it's funny to laugh at that, especially if they're a toddler, like 4 or something like that, and they're doing those things. It's funny to see their reaction because they're being just cute kids. Get around people that can laugh at themselves. Emotionally intelligent people have a funny sense of humor and take life lightly. Now get out there, find these people, get around them, and go all in.